Why am I even live? I don't even know. Why am I live right now? Because my wife and I just went down to Sagamore Beach in Plymouth and ripped it with these two RCs right here. Took the laser net out again, and it, like, I don't know, man. It is literally, it is now a better DB Pro than the DB Pro. Now the DB Pro is awesome in its own way, right? Because obviously we know, right? Making the DB Pro now what it is, which gotta figure that out. Making the DB Pro actually what it is now, throwing the tires and wheels, and then obviously this thing only rips it on 3S. This thing obviously 4S, much bigger tires and wheels with a wing. I mean, they're almost like twins right now. But this thing, I set it up with a dual camera setup, and I know, yeah, some people don't like the fact that when you throw cameras on the top that you just don't get that look. But what I'm hoping, granted, the only thing I don't know is obviously because we were so close to the ocean, getting salt spray and stuff like that. I did get it pretty close to the water a couple of times on purpose, and hopefully the shots came out good. I did obviously have a head mount too, so I had this. So literally this was a 4-camera setup this time, again. And I'm telling you, man, you don't want to look at me. You want to look at these two vehicles right here. I can't even begin to explain. When I first got this laser nut, right, I literally was just wanting a bigger DB Pro. And when I first took it out first rip, to be quite honest with you, I was dissatisfied. The sun's right there. I was actually dissatisfied. Not hugely, but just because it was set up as a rock racer, and now it's not. I mean, it's still got the blood of a rock racer, but it's totally not a rock racer anymore. And I'm telling you right now, if you've got beach area, if you've got like, I just I'm that speechless again. I'm telling you, I'm speechless again because the way this thing now handles the terrain, meaning even curbs. I'm speechless. I am so happy that I've got this laser nut. And like I said, it's literally just a bigger one of these. That's literally all it is. And that's what I wanted. I wanted a bigger one of those, and I got it. And I'm telling you right now, I did put it on hyper smooth, so the two top cameras that are on top of the laser nut right now, I had it on that 1080, 60 frames per second with hyper smooth. So what I'm hoping, again, more speechless. Look at this thing, huh? Just the rest of my head on that nice spare tire right there, or that tire. I mean, look at that. Dude, that's a lineup. Come on. That is a lineup of just awesome. The only thing that's missing would be obviously the 2.0. 2.0 is just massive, though. But I think the 2.0, I think I'm going to have to do this. Focus. Any day now. What's up with the focus? Why are you messing me up? Focus. I think I've got to do this to my my 2.0. All I can say is, wow. These stinking things are absolutely mint. I mean, look at this thing. Losi Tenacity Laser Nut and the Losi Tenacity DB Pro. Holy smokes. These things ripped it so nice. Look at that. Look at that shot. Come on. If you don't buy one, there's something wrong with you. Especially, I mean, look at that. Dude, look at that shot right there. If that doesn't make you want a DB Pro just by looking at the picture, I mean, then you got this bad boy right here, which is just It's basically the Hulk version of this. So this is the DB Pro, and this one is the Hulk. Oh, it ripped it so nice. We'll do like that slow pan by. Laser Nut, DB Pro, just awesome, phenomenal vehicles. So I was just, like I said, I was just touching bases with people because my wife and I just ripped it at the beach. And what is up with this focus? This new camera's, it does like this funky focus thing. What is up? Wham. I don't know. I don't know, man. Look at that. Come on, it's like the lineup. You know what I mean? Look at that thing. This thing is a monster. And then that's a beast. I have been very happy with the purchase of, just like I said, purchase with the DB Pro, and now that is just a bigger DB Pro now. And that's what I wanted. So anyways, I'm out. You should get out too. Like I said, my wife and I, God, I think I've got about an hour's worth of footage. So, and I know people are like, dude, you talk too much. Well, how about this video? This video is going to be an hour's worth of ripping these two vehicles. Obviously, I'll chop it down and I'll try to minimize the footage. Maybe I'll break it up into like a 4-part series. Make it 15 minutes each shot. But, I might be able to do that. I don't know. Yeah. So we had so what I didn't say was the DB Pro, you'll see it. The DB Pro was a camera car for a little while. And then what ended up happening was I wanted my wife to basically enjoy her time, because I can't forget that, while we're out there, she's still learning. And she really likes the DB Pro. Like, I'm literally thinking, the DB Pro is hers now. She likes that thing so much now. She's getting so comfortable with it. If you saw the video that I just did with the Laser Nut and the DB Pro over at Diamond Dust, she was learning how to jump it. And watching her at the beach, when she first started off, she was getting a little bit, confused. Yeah, like a new person does. When you're on your way back versus going, away and then switching directions. It can get confusing if you're not, used to it. And a couple of times she, had to hand the remote to me because she had gone off into the distance. And when she had turned, she couldn't figure out, like, which way the car was facing. Like, obviously, I could see it, but she was having a hard time, like, seeing which way. She wasn't noticing, like, because obviously it's got that, well, obviously the DB Pro's got this wing, so I could kind of see the wing. I could see, like, a tail end versus, a nothing on the front. And then basically, this thing, you can't miss it. I mean, it's just that much bigger. But she was getting confused just a couple of times. So she'd just hand over the remote, and I'd just turn her around and get it going the right way. And what I realized was I needed to take the cameras off of her car and just let her rip it. And she was like, "Are you sure?" And I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Honey, I just want you to point blank have fun." And that's, like, obviously that's when she started having fun. And then I threw the two cameras on top of this car, and this car became the camera car. So while the video was supposed to be about, the Laser Nut, quite honestly, aren't they basically the same thing? It's just a bigger version. Get my head out of the way. It's just a bigger version of what that thing is. So, I don't know. Would I suggest, like right now, flip this around, what happens? Rotate device. Would I suggest to somebody to get a DB Pro? Yeah, absolutely. In my configuration, I mean, not everybody's going to like it, this way, but I definitely recommend it. It gives it a little bit more of a wider stance. And obviously, these tires that are on here are the same, just about rolling. They're slightly smaller. So it It helps out on that factory speed pinion that was installed in the car because I never took that out. There was no need to. But it has more grip and a slightly smaller tire with the faster pinion in it, and the thing is just mint. So I definitely recommend going with, if you're going to get a DB Pro, go with that right there. If you're going to get a laser nut, dude, telling you, if you don't do this to your laser nut, man, focus. What's up with this? Come on. I don't know. If I go this way, rotate device. If you don't do this to your laser nut, if you get one, there's something wrong with you. I mean, this thing, I just can't begin to explain. It's like I said, it's just a stinking bigger DB Pro. And the open wheel, and for footage and just having a stinking blast. This thing, I don't know if she had, well, you know what? As a matter of fact, I think she did have the DB Pro full trigger. To be honest with you, a couple of times, man, that thing was roosted. And I had this thing opened up. And I mean, with these tires and wheels and with that wing, totally different animal. So I suggest you do that. You get a laser nut, do it. Just do it. If you don't, you're missing out. You're missing out on the fun that you potentially could have if you don't do it. Just do it. All right, I'm out. You should get out too. Now we've got to go. We got to go. Have the cars in the background right there. How do I get so the sun's not in the background? Maybe like that. Like I said, I'm out. You should get out too and rip it. And wait till you see the ending of the video. She's totally my wife. I love it. All right. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for fogging out what's going on here with the stupid focus. I'll see you guys later. More videos to come, man. Fraction V2 is about ready to bust out of that box. Got to do some rips on the felony. I actually do. I've had these cars like sitting in my truck for a couple of days now. I intended to rip these things, but this is how you have to have your vehicle. If you like RC stuff, I mean, I've got my drone in here. I've got my RC. I got my felony and my VT. The VT's ready for new speed ripping because obviously I sliced off the back. So, but I've got like all kinds of like GoPro junk in here and just look at. I mean, I was driving around with this thing being open, but the car was on top of it. So, but yeah. All right. In what car? Oh, talking to somebody else. Any of you all know how much the laser nut weighs? You could probably find that on the internet real quick. It's not that heavy. It all depends upon what kind of a battery you're gonna stick in it. 57 miles per hour fastest yet? Hey, dude, I don't know, man. I had mine opened up on the beach, man. That thing was moving. So I might got you. I might have you. I didn't have a GPS on it, but it's not a race. But who's here anyway? What do we got? What do we got for people here? We got Lauren Cronish is here. Jessica Hyde, what's going on? Good morning. Well, actually, it's good afternoon now. James, what's going on, man? Brandon. Who else? M. Rivaldi, I think I'm saying that right. Rivaldi. Barbecue is here. Tell the quip. Yeah, well, you know what? It's like when you grab a steering wheel, hard when, driving. Same exact thing. If you don't buy one, you're a big silly goose. Dude, I mean, look at it. Dude, would you just look at it? Look at it. If you don't buy one, there's something wrong with you. Dude, it's totally a DB Pro on steroids, right, Barbecue? I'm just going backwards in the comments. But I think that's it. Beach makes everything. Yeah, it's all right. No big deal. Everything rusty. That's cool. I think Metz knows all about salt water. Don't you, Metz? Metz, you know anything about salt water and RCs? I wonder. All right, I'm just gonna end this. Now it's time. I'm hungry. Gotta go have some food. We're gonna go to that artesian place, and yeah, it's like I always say, just rip it, just do it, just enjoy your life, will you? Your life is short enough as it is with all the garbage going on. Just get out there, and can I switch the camera when I'm doing this? Just get out there and stink and rip it.